What they don't tell you about retirement. Being retired is awesome. I would never actually go back to work. Well, I've been working for myself for quite a few years. And then I retired, basically. I kind of still do some stuff, but, you know, mostly retired. But there are drawbacks to it that you have to figure out. Because if you think about it, you've been working 20, 30, 40 years. All of a sudden, you have all of this free time available. So that's a big problem, because what are you going to do with all your free time? If you ever watched a Morgan Freeman movie, it's called Shawshank Redemption, and he has a word in there, institutionalized. That means when you've been doing, you know, in prison, you're at the same cell doing the same thing for however many years you've been locked up in that prison cell, in the prison system. You're institutionalized. When you're working, it's kind of the same thing. You're institutionalized to a regimen of 40 hours plus per week. You're regimented to wake up at a certain time. You have to go to bed at a certain time. Everything is kind of calculated for you, at least 5 days per week, which most people do 5 days a week, to working. So all of a sudden, when you are thrown out and, hey, you're retired, you have your retirement party, you're all excited, you 20 years of work for the company, they give you a nice watch, great. The next day you wake up, you do a couple things, maybe it goes by, it's cool, 2 weeks go by, it's fine. Eventually though, you start to kind of wonder, okay, what am I supposed to do now? Like, what do I do? I kind of felt that way, and sometimes I do, because you don't really know what to do with all that free time. And once again, I would never, ever go back to work. I'm just stating some of the things that I've gone through retiring, right? So it's a weird feeling having all this free time, and the thing is, it can kind of screw around with you mentally. So you have to figure out what you're going to do with all this free time that you had, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week that you had, that you didn't have, when you were working. You didn't have this time when you were working. Now you have so much free time that you got to figure out how to fill it up. Loss of routine, right? Basically what I've been saying is your routine is gone, and you need to figure out exactly what it is that you want to be doing for the next however many years you're alive, however many decades you're alive. You got to start figuring it out. Write it down. If you don't really know what to do, write it down. Do you have hobbies? Well, you're going to be able to do your hobbies as much as you want. Do whatever you want in that time. So starting to write down what you think you want to do might help you if you're kind of undecided or you don't really know where to start. Most people have some kind of hobbies, whatever the hell it is, whatever you did after work and on the weekends. Well, now you can do it during work days because you don't have to work anymore. That part is very beneficial. It can get depressing, I'm not gonna lie, and it's stupid, and I know it's just like, well, why would you be depressed? You're retired, you finally get to live your life, you have all this freedom, and I totally agree. The problem is humans like routine, and when that routine is broken for a period of time, you can feel kind of discombobulated. You don't really know where you are, and you have no direction. So that's where you have to start, once again, refocusing on you and understand this is a great time in your life, and you have to figure out what you want to do, because being depressed sucks. So you cannot just retire and sit in front of the TV and that's going to be your retirement. There's no point. That's why a lot of people, when they don't know what to do anymore, and they're just like, what the hell? Okay, I retired. I thought I was going to be doing this, this, and this. And I thought I was going to be going all these cruises, but I have these health ailments. I don't have enough money to go on a cruise every 4 months. My wife is still working. So what do I do? Right? People start getting depressed then. They start sitting down watching TV, and that'll be the death of you. So the best thing you can do, honestly, is to get moving as soon as possible. Get into a routine as soon as possible. You're going to feel better about yourself, and you're going to feel excited. You're going to understand then this is real life. Not retiring and sitting in front of the TV, or not retiring and just ordering skip the dishes and stuff like that. Like, do not do that. You're going to gain a lot of weight and you're going to be depressed. And then you're going to end up going back to work simply because you're bored. And the last thing you want to do and the last thing you want to be is bored. That's pretty lame if you retire and you're bored and then you go back to work. I understand retiring, but you still don't have enough money, so you go to work part-time or whatever the hell it is. You see, there's a lot of seniors you see working, and really they shouldn't be working. And either it is they're bored at home, or they don't have the money, or maybe both. But if that makes you happy, once again, it depends on what makes you happy. If you're actually happy working, then keep working. If you don't know what else to do and you kind of like it, then, you know, some people are built that way, and that's fine. I don't really like working full-time. In a way, this YouTube channel is a hobby, but then I can get paid for it if it gets monetized. So is that work? Yes and no. I love doing YouTube videos, so it's not really work to me, but I wouldn't do it every single day, because then it would get irritating and then it would feel like work. I do it when I want, so it always has that, you know, that kind of feeling of enjoyment. It's not like I have to do this. Another thing that will happen when you're retired is you will lose friends. Well, specifically, you're going to lose your work friends, right? Because you're not going to see them every day, and that kind of sucks, because if you've built close relationships to these people and you saw them mostly at work, and you know you kind of enjoyed that, well, once again, you're going to it's going to be a downer for you, because of course these were your friends. These are the people that you saw all the time, and now they're gone. So because of course you're not working anymore. So what do you do in that situation? Well, for me, I spend more time by myself. And the thing is, I've been working for myself for a long time and by myself for a long time, because I don't have any employees, or I didn't have any employees. So I'm kind of used to working by myself, being by myself. Obviously, I'm married, I got kids, I do have friends, but during the work day, I'm only 53, so I retired kind of quite young, right? And I retired when I was 50. So most of my friends are still working. So I got to just figure out things to do on my own, which is fine. I don't really care. I go for walks, I go to the gym, you know, working out and stuff like that. Whatever it takes, I get busy doing what I need to. So it's important. So, what to take away from this video? When you retire, figure out what you want to do and start doing it. Understand that you might feel a little bit awkward and with so much free time, and that's there's nothing wrong with that. You just have to learn how to adapt to your newfound lifestyle of freedom and the ability to do what you want when you want. It's awesome. The best advice I can give you is get out of the rat race as soon as possible, and then do exactly what you want.